I'm live on Instagram. Woohoo! Hi, Instagram. Am I live on Facebook too? I think we're live on Facebook, everyone. Woohoo! Oh, wait a minute. Okay, my security settings are off on Facebook. They're private. So let me go ahead and make those public. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. So welcome, everyone, to Easter Sunday. Happy Easter Sunday, everyone. I'm so excited. And happy birthday to my good friend, Joanna, who is, well, I'm not going to tell her age. Some people aren't comfortable with that, but she's celebrating her birthday today. And I'm so excited. Happy birthday to my girl, Joanna, and happy Easter and Resurrection Sunday to you all. Hello, hello, hello. I'm so excited that it's Sunday. And today I'm super excited because I'm going to be talking to you guys about my health resurrection story. You see what I did there? So you see, on holidays, I like to get a little corny. And this holiday, we are going to get, talk about resurrecting our health and resurrecting weight loss. Now, this month, Thrive and Behold, my business is all dedicated to healthy, amazing tips for weight loss. Okay. So many of us struggle with being overweight. So many of us struggle with trying to lose weight. And the goal is to get good health, and weight loss is a natural byproduct of doing that. And so all this month, you'll be learning about like actual tips from myself and, as far as, and we have all of these amazing resources for you to really, really get healthy and lose weight as a result. Okay. So if you've been feeling stuck on that, like I did, then guess what? You've got this all figured out. And if you're on Facebook or YouTube, you can click the link in the description, and the link in the description is going to give you access to freebies and an incredible blog post that I wrote. And I'll also share my screen with you guys so you can see it. And if you're on Instagram, it's in my bio. Okay, so let's get started. Now, this Easter Sunday is all about how I resurrected my health. Came up with that like 2 minutes ago. So when I'm talking about resurrecting my health, I went through, it's no secret. If you've been following me for a while, then you likely know, but I have been on a health journey. And one of the things that I was dealing with for a lot of my life was dealing with the ups and downs of weight loss and dealing with the ups and downs of my health. Now, from the time that I was like in middle school through adulthood, I was kind of up and down with my weight, depending on how much I worked out or didn't, or how much I was actually paying attention to what I ate or didn't. And so many of us, when we're young and kids, we don't really pay attention to this stuff, right? It's just, we're more concerned with eating what tastes good. And I definitely am somebody who was sugar addicted and dealing with a lot of, just like most kids, just trying to eat whatever I felt like tasted the best. And so that meant a lot of, afternoons and evenings at Jack in the Box when I had money to do that. It meant, hanging out with my friends. My friend BB knows all about that. We used to go there together and order like a Western burger with barbecue sauce. And so, and then as an adult, it meant up and down weight for me that fluctuated a lot. And I remember distinctly, going to college and being surrounded by all of this cafeteria food, being left on my own to kind of figure it out without a mom or dad like kind of checking me a little bit on how I was eating. And I just went, they talk about that freshman 15. I don't know what that was, freshman 15 or 20, but it unleashed the beast, all that freedom. And for me at that age, there was a certain amount of rebellion, just kind of like acting out that came with eating that way. It felt like freedom to be able to eat that way. And so one of the things that I had to learn, it wasn't until I got to be about 50 pounds heavier than I am right now that I started to really realize what those things were connected to. I started going through health coaching school, and I started learning, oh, and also I forgot to mention too, I hated exercise for most of my life. And, PE class and all those other things, running the mile, I used to avoid that like the plague. And so it finally, just got to the point where when I finally got to health coaching school, I remember I was pregnant and I was 50 pounds heavier than I am right now. And, before I got pregnant, I was overweight already. And I knew that I would have to gain even more weight. And I was nervous about that. But then I went through health coaching school. And one of the things that was really powerful is that, my health coaching school, which is really amazing, Health Coaching Institute, they taught us that we could not help other people until we helped ourselves, until we really, really figured out and focused on what it was that was holding us back from getting where we needed to go. So we had to get really deep with ourselves. And I didn't realize how many of my eating habits were emotionally based, were based on like trauma and stress and different things that I was going through. I was a definite stress eater. I was a rebellion eater. I felt like, like because I had to be responsible for so much at that time, being a caregiver to my mom, being a teacher during the day, being in grad school, being a parent. I didn't realize that food was the way that I rebelled. That like eating that type of food, it was an emotional safety net and safety blanket for me to kind of make me feel better when I wasn't feeling good. And so when I finally started to just realize that all of my eating had a deeper, deeper emotional pull, then I was finally able to kind of start to let go of those safety blankets and those safety nets that I had built for myself in my life. And we all have those, right? And so if you're someone who struggles with eating like I did, or who struggles with exercise, it might be that there's a rebellion thing going on inside of you that makes you feel deeper, that makes you feel like you've got to eat these foods. It's your only way to kind of relax or unwind at the end of a hard day. And so I started to really put myself first. And I started to really focus on dealing with my stress outside of eating, right? Getting the support, getting therapy, getting coaching, talking to people honestly about how I was feeling. And I started to really force myself to have self-care each day. And it made me start to open up to this possibility of eating healthier, right? And instead of me needing to eat junk food or unhealthy food because I needed that rebellion and that was my way of getting self-care, instead now I'm like, ooh, the best gift I can give to myself is eating healthier food. The best gift I can give to myself is exercising. I like the way I feel when I do these things. I may not always be the best at doing it, but I really like how I feel I, you know, after I walk. I feel stronger. I feel more confident in my body. I feel more amazing. And when I eat better food, I feel less bloated. I have less digestive issues. I have less physical problems and ailments. And I just started to get addicted to feeling good. And that's how the weight loss came for me. So it wasn't about, oh, hi, thanks for watching on Instagram. It wasn't about, me wanting to like, before the goal for me was about looking good and fitting into clothes and all of that. But finally, I started getting healthy for the right reason and weight loss just came automatically. So I just started wanting to eat better because I liked the way that I felt. I got addicted to feeling good in my body. I got addicted to feeling energized when I exercised and walked, even if the exercise I was doing at the time was, beginner style exercise. But it was just incredible that I had shifted my mindset to focus on how amazing I felt and got addicted to that feeling. And then weight loss just came naturally. And so this is why I care so deeply about coaching folks, is because, a lot of times in our country and in our society, we're taught that, weight loss feels like a chore. It feels like, something we just have to do. And it can, because it feels like there's no fun in it, there's no pleasure, there's no joy. It feels like a really horrible experience that a lot of us feel like we've failed at before. And I have been through all of that. But when we shift our mindsets, it's amazing how much opens up to us. So on this Easter Sunday, I want you to think about what you guys can do to resurrect your own relationship to healthy eating and exercise and a healthy lifestyle in general. And when you do that, it'll be so much easier to take action towards weight loss and actually find success. And that's what I've noticed. All the other times I tried previously did not work out, but this time it did. And I've stuck with it. And I'm addicted to the feeling of feeling good in my body and having confidence and in a way that I hadn't felt in like decades. So what can you do for yourselves? And actually, if you're on YouTube and Facebook, I'm actually going to share my screen with you guys. If you're on Instagram, unfortunately, you won't be able to see me sharing my screen, but I just want to show you guys a picture that I posted on Monday, last Monday. Okay. And actually, my good friend Candace, who helps me manage my page, she posted this. This is a before and after picture. Okay, so let me do like, and share my screen with you guys so you can just see, the before and after. Okay, because a lot of people are like, how did you make that happen? So you can see, and she put a little quote on there, and she said, this is another quote that I love here too. You didn't gain all your weight in one day. You won't lose it in one day either. Be patient with yourself. It's a quote, a Jenna Wolfe quote. I love that quote. And when you look at me, 50 pounds heavier, on the left and 50 pounds lighter on the right. If I can do it, we all can. Okay. I was addicted to like, like I come from Southern people and I come from Caribbean people. Portions, I didn't know what a portion was. I was just eating all kinds of delicious, good food all the time. And if I could get around all of that addiction, we all can, right? And it's about moderation, right? I still enjoy those foods. I enjoy them in moderation and I enjoy them in an appropriate portion size. And I feel good. I feel happy. I feel content. You can have a healthy lifestyle. You can get weight loss, even if it feels like you've already been there and done that. And another couple of resources I want to show you is I'm so excited this month. Got some resources for you guys. Woohoo! Now, if you click on the link that's in my bio or in the description of this video, what you're going to find is that it takes you to a page that looks like this. And it has all of these cool links on here with some amazing, cool offers this month. So the first one is my monthly blog. And if you click on that, it'll take you to this week's blog, or this month's blog, which is the 4 biggest mistakes that we make with weight loss, nutritionally speaking. Okay. Now, this is an excellent blog that goes deep, deep, deep into detail about the exercise, about the eating habits that we have that really sabotage our weight loss efforts. So you're going to want to check that out. It's awesome. And another free resource you get is you get access to my monthly freebie, which is here it is. It is, if you're struggling with sugar addiction, hello, how many of us are doing that? Okay. It's the 10 sneaky high sugar foods. Okay. I can't tell you how many clients I have who thought they were eating healthier than they actually were, because there's so many foods that are marketed as healthy that you would think are healthier, but they actually are sneaky high sugar foods. Okay. I'll give you a hint of one. One of them is whole wheat bread. Okay. And when you click on this resource, when you download, join my mailing list and get access to this resource, it's going to show you exactly how many grams of sugar you should be limiting yourself to in each of these categories. Okay. So there are 10 sneaky sugar foods there. And I'm really excited about that. And then the final thing that I'll tell you about too, that's coming up this month, is I'm going to have an amazing online mini course that will teach you how to break your addiction to sugar. Okay, that is a huge, huge deal. And I had to go through a process of that. And here's the good news, baby steps. Okay, it's not a crazy overnight diet, because those things tend to fail, but it's really helping you break your dependency on sugar so you can actually be healthy and lose weight the way that you want to. So many of us, that eating can sabotage everything. And so this is a way to really do that in a holistic, non-scary type of way. Okay, so stay tuned for that. I can't wait for that to come out. All right. And with that said, if you know that you need more support, that if this is a real struggle for you, definitely hit me up for a free, and yes, I said free breakthrough session with me. Okay. It's a free call where we will spend some time really figuring out what the number one thing is that's sabotaging your progress and a plan for how you can move around it. Okay. I needed help to lose 50 pounds. I didn't just magically do this overnight. I got coaching and support, and just at least, even just having one phone call with me to set up a plan, people rave about this phone call. There's so much to learn and gain from it. So definitely, definitely check that out. You heard me say there's a lot of free resources this month. So check this out. All right. So with that said, everyone, I hope you all have a wonderful holiday, however you're celebrating it, or not. If it's not your holiday to celebrate, whatever you need to do today, that's excellent. And how do you want to go into your week? What can you do to go into your week thinking thoughtfully about how you want to live and living more healthily? Healthily is a word, right? Okay. I was an English teacher at one point, so. So what can you do for yourself this week? Okay. You deserve it. Bye, Facebook and YouTube.